My name is Jerome Altman. I am the director of the Exodus Drum and Bugle Corps. One of the greatest things that I found was that music is always an encouragement and uplifting, and it gives the kids a chance to do great things in the community.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's your host, Chosen, and welcome to, the Wendy's podcast at 816 North Laramie. And I have two special guests here for today. We're going to do another youth special. And please present your name, ladies.
I'm Shania Ware. I'm Michaela Burris.
Nice to meet you both. So, on today's special, we're going to be asking some questions on their inside life, about the community, what they love to do, what they do for fun, everything about them, so you can get to know what is about them and what makes them special. So, we're going to start off with you, Shania. Okay, so how long have you been living in this community?
All 20 years of my life.
All 20 years of your life, okay. And what are some things, give me one factor about what you love about this community, one factor that you would change about this community, and one factor that you don't like about this community.
I mean, I love the people in here, you know?
Yeah?
I love the people in here. I love all y'all in here, actually.
All right.
One thing I would change?
Yes.
Maybe the violence. That could be a hate too. Change the violence, maybe petition, do something to change it, because all these people down for what reason?
Absolutely. And one thing that you dislike about it.
We need some more stoves. These abandoned buildings need to be gone.
Okay, more renovation around the community. That's pretty good. Michaela, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you the exact same questions I asked her. What's one thing that you love about this community? One thing that you would change about this community? And one thing you dislike about this community?
One thing I like about this community is that I have family members who live here, and y'all don't have parties. That's what I just like about this community. One thing I would change is, I don't know, maybe the streets. You know, what Shania said, gun violence. And one thing I hate, I don't really hate anything about this community because I'm not really around here like that. Really here like whenever I have time, and.
Okay. So that's the factors that they wanted to give y'all. So one thing, we want to get an insight on y'all's life. So what do y'all love to do for fun? What's y'all spare time that y'all do?
Well, y'all know me, mine's dancing. I love dancing. I'd dance my heart off if I could, but yeah, I love dancing.
You love dancing?
Me? I like to do like art sometimes, but I'm mostly like into puzzles. So yeah, I do a puzzle once or twice.
Okay. So, some of us love to be inspirational amongst others. And if somebody puts you on that pedestal to be an inspiration among young people, youth, what is one thing of a factor that you will possibly say to them right now? So if anybody, like all the youth was in the crowd right now, what's one inspirational thing that you would say to them at this moment?
Well, what I would say is, y'all young. Y'all better take the time to do everything now. As you get older, it increases.
What I would say is, pretty much just don't give up. If you got a goal you want to achieve, just, push yourself to do it.
I love that. Okay, I love it. Okay, so we all have dreams, we all have goals, we all have things that we are going to set ourselves in life. What is one thing that is a goal to you that you want to achieve this year, as in the new year?
Okay, so something I want to achieve, want to pass all my classes.
Pass all your classes. Pass all her classes. Okay.
Sing.
Nah, I don't sing.
I possibly want to start my own dance group here.
And sing.
Oh my God. And sing. She's gonna start her own dance group and sing as well.
We can make that work.
Yeah.
You gonna put me on like that?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Definitely make that work.
Hit on the beatbox, you can do anything.
So it's a new year, new opportunities, new goals to be set, and new goals to be achieved, and everything else. Last year, what is one particular thing that stood out to you as in you need to work on, or you took it as a life lesson?
Well, last year, I realized that I need to start calling my family members more because I recently lost one, and I don't really, I haven't got the chance to talk to him as much as I wanted. I had his number and everything to the day, to the day I lost him. And I just wish I would have made those phone calls before I lost him. Yeah.
Bless you.
Yes.
It's the same. That was our uncle who passed away. He used to come over and chill and kick it, and then, one couple days later, he was gone. So y'all cherish y'all loved ones, please.
Definitely, yes, yes, ma'am. So, I don't really. Usually, I get all the older people, and I always know what to say, asking questions and everything else. But I work with
What about your show?
kids. Oh, my show. Dang, I was supposed to be interviewing them. Right? My show. It's actually I'm presenting a show at the Exodus Center. It's on February 11th. So what I'm going to be doing is an Origins Fair. So Origins Fair is basically giving you the insight about Black History Month, the historical figures that you once learned when you was a kid, and bringing them to life as in games, factors, whatever you could possibly think of. And I want to do this for much of the youth more than anything in the world. Now, adults, they can learn too. You're never too old to learn new things about life or anything. But it's really just all about more of the youth, because I feel like as time goes on, we start to drift away about what we learned when we was younger. So we definitely want to pass on that generational gap of, history, because history is it's getting lost, and I can see it. So I definitely want to bring that back. I want them to learn about the historical figures that came before them, and to know that it's very important to know these types of things, because when you grow up, those historical figures that made a change, you can also make that same change too, but you can make it in your own way. It's a very inspirational thing, and it's very knowledgeable to know that. Nobody can take that away from you more than anything in the world. So that's what I definitely want to do. That's what I want to spread. So this event is February 11th. It's from 3:30 to 6:30. And it's ages 5 to 7, but all kids are willing to learn, so it doesn't matter what age your kid is. And you can come down here too as an adult and experience these things with your children also, because this is very important. They want you to learn with them. That parent and child learning capabilities is more special than anything. So it's definitely going to be a wonderful experience. So come down here, learn about the factors. It's going to be a show at the end that's very special. I can't tell you. But it's going to be a very special show, and I hope that you will come down here and enjoy this wonderful atmosphere, and you'll love it. February 11th, 3:30 to 6:30, and I will see you there. So, besides that, yes, and I got a question in the audience.
The young lady in the orange, what do they represent?
Oh, okay. It's there for Westside Health Authority. I was a part of CYSC. It was a youth program for the summer, but they extended it till December. We did a youth project on Austin and community. Then we had to go to Malcolm X College and present it.
Oh, I hear you guys do good things.
Most definitely do.
Is there a price for pure Black History?
Oh yeah, the price, I'm gonna be selling tickets in advance. So the advance tickets, the tickets in advance would be $15, but it's gonna be $10 at the door. Oh well, you know, $15 at the door, $10 in advance. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go, and yeah. So, and my wonderful co-host here is gonna be there too.
Do they dance?
The dance. Do y'all got a presentation to present to the audience? Anything?
That's a secret. Stop putting music.
You like the Jerry Springer.
A dance, a song, a poetry, anything?
Drop it like it's hot.
While YouTube is playing in the back. Anything?
Y'all
No?
ain't got nothing.
Ain't got anything? Come on,
I'll try.
try.
Go ahead.
Drop it. Somebody drop it.
We have something playing in the back as you
We're
can
gonna have to
see.
inspire our youth to get up there and do their thing.
That sounds like a phone. That don't sound like no.
Well, there's not really much to say, but definitely, I want to give an insight on everything about the youth, and we'll be back with a special performance from these ladies right here. So just stay tuned. Okay? Hello everybody. Like I said, when we came back, we was gonna have a special performance. So we decided that we are gonna have the dance first and then the singing last. So we waited for the best for last. So without further ado, Shania is gonna present to you her Michael Jackson piece, Thriller. Okay.
All right.
This whole your movie. It's not funny. You were scared, weren't you? I wasn't that scared.
Go ahead, tonight.
Just scared.
Go ahead. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back. Now, if you kind of heard a little bit of singing, I ain't gonna eat too much, but you know, this year I'm gonna bring something different. But that was just a little taste. So thank you so much, Shania, for your wonderful presentation of Michael Jackson's Thriller. Can we get another round of applause for that, please? Thank you. Now, this person right here is going to sing her heart out. She's going to give her best. And she changed her outfit, right? You know, when somebody changed their outfit, they about to get really serious. So I want everybody's attention up here. She wants your undivided attention and the love and support and everything else. Michaela, you ready? Yes.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And you won't just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm a given scholarship to King's College. I promise you, Zagradeg, I am amazed and astonished. I got a lot of brains with no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word I drop. Knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough. A shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power and feet, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. This New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to branch. I walk the streets fast, bring a spark into a flame. But the was getting dark, so let me spell out my name. I am the A-L-E-S-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. We want Britain keeps known as endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. You can door turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free. Still living real revolution in this century. He says in parentheses. Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And you know, just like my country, you're young, scrappy, and hungry. And I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And I'm just like my country, you're young, scrappy, and hungry. And I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot. I dream of life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy. How you say? I'm on anarchy. When I find them at the other side, panicking with my shot. Y'all Matilla's apprentice. And I got y'all nothing heaven local for this. I'm joining the rebellion because I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some hands, I'm gonna take a shot. And but we'll never be truly free until those that bond each other same right as you and me. You and I, do or die. Wait till I sally in on the stallion with the first black battalion. Have another shot. These is lower your voices. You keep all the trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Mr. Lafayette, Harvard, Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a block, second in a color, calling the pot. What are the odds of God to put us all in one spot? Pop in a spot of conventionalism, like it or not. A bunch of revolution, maybe mission this and not mission this. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. When I talk too loud, sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. You know, just like my country, I'm just scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Just like my country, I'm just scrappy and throwing away my shot. Everybody sing!
Thank you so much, Michaela. Thank you. That was amazing. That was amazing. Even though the thing was like 5 minutes and 33 seconds. But you know, you did half of it, so I very much loved it. So what y'all think about that? That was amazing. Yeah, so this is a showcase that we do every Wednesday. It doesn't always be, sit down and ask people questions about their business and whatever. We also have fun over here too. So if you're a young person out there that has a talent and wants to present on the show to these wonderful beautiful people that's behind the camera, you can also come up here and sign in everything, put your name down, and present your wonderful talent and be a part of the show, because it's always fun when I'm up here. And of course, Professor Ed is here. I would love to, but
Put it on for me.
we love you at the Exodus Center. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Hello everybody, we're back once again. I didn't know I was coming back, but hey, I'm back. So we're back for the second half of the show, where we're going to present a very presentation that might speak you ladies' interest. And guys too, it doesn't matter. So if you out there that loves fashion, that loves to put things together, color contrast or whatever, I think you might want to stick around to see what these ladies are going to talk about. So I'm going to let them take the floor, and they're going to present themselves.
Hello, my name is Valerie Augustus, and I'm the designer of Augustus Design. And this is my fashion show for 2019. I'm here because Sandra invited me to possibly talk about presenting a fashion show here. So, as you well see, I actually designed and made everything that you will see in this show. It's all custom made. Because I believe the fashion show is in February, for the 23rd of February, possibly on a Thursday evening. We will get back with more time about the exact time. I'm really very nervous.
It's okay. As you can see that the fashion show is right there from 2019. What's your fashion show gonna be at this year?
We're hoping right here in the
Exodus Center. So yeah, so if y'all want to come down here, thank you. If y'all want to come down here and sit in the crowd, or even participate in the fashion show, it's gonna be here, and you can show off the style, do one of these ladies on this TV show and this video. And like she said, she's going to bring back more information about it. But Miss Sandra, you have anything to say?
A little bit.
Okay, go ahead, take it.
Yes, my name is Sandra Brinson, and I'm here at the Exodus Center, 816 North Landing. And we have the showing every Wednesday. We go live with cable and internet, Zoom, I guess. And we'd like you to come out. This will be the first show that I've done here. It'll be February the 23rd. The doors are open at 4, and the show should start at 5. The prices are like $5 below. We're going to start at $5. I can't beat that. And we'll probably have refreshments. We're looking for youth from the ages of 12 and up. This is our first announcement, so put the word out. Come out and have fun with us.
Is there any how can I say, a price for the clothes?
My designs are usually all for sale, and the price range vary differently depending on what it is and the style.
Okay. So if y'all want to buy these lovely, beautiful pieces that's going to be presented at the fashion show, now you know who the person you can go to purchase one of the beautiful pieces that will be presented at the fashion show. Any ladies want to?
Like we have also custom earrings. even mind teaching a class on information here. Give me the opportunity.
Custom areas, even giving a class on how to do it too. So everything that you could possibly think about fashion, she has said it and she has presented it. Both did. Anything else you ladies would like to say or give an intake about your event or?
We can't hear you.
Maybe one other thing, we're looking for models, so maybe everyone here has a daughter, a niece, a granddaughter, someone that they might be at least 15 and up, possibly. You know.
So if you have like, cousin, anything else of a female, 15 and up, you can definitely contact her and be presented into the fashion show as well. Any questions in the audience?
You just use females?
Sandra was working on that possibility. I've heard that she's spoken to a gentleman or know a gentleman that does any fashion, so hopefully he will.
Can Sandra elaborate on that?
It's in the making, but I do know a lot of people, so it won't be a problem.
So there will be males, there will be male models?
I've had some people that said they would model you one, right?
I thought I was, but
Yeah.
all I see is women up there.
Alright.
You got two models right here.
Right.
Is there three? Three, because see, we got something for fat people too.
Yeah. Everything. Any contact information that y'all want to give to the people that's out there that's interested in wanting to participate in this event? Email, phone number, anything?
Okay, I'll give my email. Sandra, capital S, Brinson, BRINSON, small b, at 69@gmail.com.
Okay. And if you did not was able to hear that, we're going to put it at the bottom when we, everything else. So just in case you may not hear that, we're going to present it at the bottom. So you can contact her and give your intake about what you want to do, how you want to participate, how you want to contribute to this wonderful event. Anything else you ladies want to say? No? You're very welcome. You both are very welcome. Can we get a round of applause for the participation? Hello everybody, welcome back to the Exodus Center at 816 North Laramie. We're right back after the commercial and we got another special guest. Last but not least, my dearest friend, Pastor Lisa, of course. I have been, I did a show for her. It was a fashion show. When I tell you, I never ever been to a fashion show ever. That first time was the best time of my life because I love fashion more than anything, and the pieces that y'all have was absolutely amazing. So that was one of my favorites ever. But this ain't about me, okay? So yes, can you please give your intake and present yourself, please?
Oh, okay. My name is Lisa. There's a lot to say about me. Amen. It's a lot. So if I was to share a little bit about me, I am a mother of 5. I have over 30 years in small business management. I have over 10 years in private and corporate security training. I have over 20 plus years in community service. I'm also a pastor for over 20 plus years, right? And I am a servant leader. I have a heart to serve people. I am solution minded. I am in small business management for over 30 plus years. I just earned my doctorate degree in small business management. And then it feels like I'm leading to run for alderman in the 29th ward. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Absolutely.
Yeah, can y'all see her as alderman?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just just wanted to hear from the people. So she just gave whole nine, no, not even nine, just 10 yards of just complete success. But it doesn't stop there because she has one more milestone that she wants to achieve, wants to step on. So, actually, I want to ask you the question, actually. So, I never was able to ask you at the show, but how was my performance at that show? How did it impact that show in a way that it meant?
Well, first of all, it was spectacular. It was fantastic. I think that you brought phenomenal energy, and most of all, you displayed being an excellent entertainer. You are an entertainer.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I did have it was another dancer that I knew for a very, I would say a very long time, but a short period of time that I knew. And it was wonderful seeing him again, more than anything. And even though it wasn't more of just a competition, but it was something that, and the crazy thing is, when we started to become friends, we always said that we always wanted to dance against each other more than anything. It wasn't a competition type of thing, but it was, we always wanted to test our abilities out to see not who was the best, but how much of a wonderful just vibe that we could feed off each other to present that wonderful, show. And I still congratulate him for his effort and his capability of getting on that floor, presenting that wonderful piece that he did. And just doing that, it takes a lot. It definitely does. And me, even if I was the winner, I still give love and honor to the person that was able to go up there and do something. So I definitely want to give him the love and the applause and honor that he deserves more than anything. So, like I said, I didn't want to make this all about me. I just wanted to get that. But you're one of our guests, and Friday our first female pastor, right? To be up on the show, right? No? I would say first in my when I'm interviewing, like, yes. So, is there anything special you got coming up that you want to present to the people that you want them to come out and support, and anything for the future of this year?
Well, we are an outreach ministry, so we're always reaching out to the community. We're doing something called life recovery, because in the particular community that I am in, I've been planted in, there are many who are struggling with addictions. They just need life recovery. So we do have a meeting that we do at 9 a.m. at 5816 West Chicago Avenue. And so it is an opportunity for them to come to recover their lives back. Now, whether it is from addictions of drugs or whatever, but we do have that space there for them, okay? Then I also do something called at 8 a.m., which is called Mind Renewal, because there are those who are dealing with mental health issues and just various mental breakdowns, and they just break down mentally. So I do something at 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings that's called Mind Renewal. But one gets the opportunity to renew their mind, right? Because your mind is a terrible thing to waste. And so we make space for that as well. And then I also have my regular 11 a.m. service, 10 a.m. service, which is an outreach ministry. And so we're strong advocates of solving problems, because I just believe that if people will understand the real problem, right? And the real problem is one's separation from God. And oftentimes people are looking at their personal downfalls, their personal struggles, their personal issues, their personal just what's going on in their lives. But if they can understand original sin, if they can understand where the problem lies at the root of something, then you can change the fruit of something. So we're advocate, as a pastor, I'm an advocate of helping people to understand why our world is in the condition that it's in, why humanity is in the condition that it's in, as an individual, households, families, fathers, why people are leaving their homes, why children are doing the things that they're dealing with, same-sex relationships and all of that. You know, there's a reason for the madness, right? You know, 2 girls and 2 boys are not normal. I'm just saying, our fathers leaving our houses should not be a normal thing. The things that, or even our young people, what's about to happen now, which we should definitely be letting people know, they are bringing in what they call normal, where they're going to be teaching masturbation, they're going to be teaching anal sex to kindergarten, to 2nd grade, 4th grade, and it's with pictures. It's with pictures. And so we must begin to get involved with what is being taught to our children. So not just even from a pastoral perspective, but we need to begin to understand who we're voting for, what we're voting for, what's coming in, the laws that we're signing, even for our children, the stuff that they're coming up against. I mean, they're recruiting our young people, put it this way. They're recruiting our young people. At 2 years old, you should not be talking about masturbation. You should not be talking about anal sex. You should not be talking about 2 girls, 2 men, all of the sexual things that we're seeing. I'm talking about in kindergarten, 1st grade, and they're doing it under the label of education, what, sex education or education awareness?
Comprehension.
Foolish, what is it?
Comprehension.
Foolishness, that's perversion that they're bringing on our children, stirring them up. First of all, and when you're a teenager, then, you know, your body begins to develop. At 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, you know, no. So this is about recruitment and just really, and I don't know if people know that at 3rd grade, they want to, the reason they're starting so young, because the drug and the surgery works well before children hit 3rd grade. I say they started young because if they do not get that sex change by 3rd grade, then they have major issues. So therefore, they're trying to get your children at a young age, and this is not normal. And so we have to stand up and do something about it. So not just preaching behind pulpits. That's one of my reasons for my motivation to run for alderman. That's just one, because I do think that equality, justice, and the finances and the prosperity need to be spread to every individual in the wards. You shouldn't just hold information to your friends, to, through, and more, from grants to loans to all of these things. We need new. We don't need no change. We need new. We need our children being able to respect their elders. We need crime to be able to be solved. We need our police doing their job. We need to create a family environment within our community. You know, we need to bring change. We need our fathers back in the houses. We need change. Let me back that up. So let me change that from change. Amen. We need new. Hallelujah. I said we need some new stuff. If you think we need new, you need to put your hands together for new. If you think we need new, or you want to come into your household, you know, with our young people being confused, I don't know if people know that if you get a young person, you have a client for probably the next 20 years, and it's all about money. It's all about money, bringing in the different vices such as the marijuana, the alcohol, the gambling. There are more ways to make money than playing on the weakness of people's emotions. There are many ways we can bring our young people in, just as Chosen, as what he's doing. We commend you. You're doing the interview. But we can begin to empower individuals, households, young people with entrepreneurship, how to tap into, you know, there's money that's worldwide. We don't have to just make money from gambling. We don't have to make money from marijuana. We can teach our constituents, our individuals, how to tap into worldwide web money that's all around this world. That internet, we can teach our children how to use their phone to make money.
Yeah.
I said we can teach our children, we can teach each household how to make some money. I think that we need to increase individual people money, households money. We need to try to figure out how can we make the constituents money better. I'm saying, I know they talk about the city, we're going to bring this, we're going to bring that. Now we need to figure out how we're going to bring some money and increase in the Austin community. The median household income is $33,000. You can bring all the businesses you want. If you don't have disposable income, you ain't going to be able to patronize those businesses. So many of those businesses will come into our community and they'll wind up closing up because we don't have disposable income. So we must create disposable income for every household. We need to show households, how can you generate some money with that house? Come on, somebody. How can you bring more money into households, and how can we bring more money into or for the individual? So that my standpoint is bringing in individual empowerment and growth for the individual, for families, household, and I believe that we can do it through technology, innovation, through education, bring some awareness, and we can bring change. We don't have to have our children high. We don't have to have them, just doing things that they should not be involved in. A man is a terrible thing to waste. So I think that we need to flood our young people with proper education that they can arm themselves against peer pressure and even government pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure to make them conform and to introduce them to things that they should not even be exposed to. It is up for the parent to expose their children to degrees of sexual orientation, right? It is not up for the school to expose the children to that level on kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade. That is not the school system's job to do that. Their job is to educate our kids and prepare them mathematically, in English, and in those areas to be competitive with the world, not their sexual orientation. And at 1 year old, 2 years old, come on now, stop. That's out of order.
Too much.
Man. Oh man, I just. No, man. You can't, but. After.
Question? Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna have some questions answered within the audience. And anybody would love to raise their hand and would love to get their question asked.
There was a thing when you were announcing some of the programs that this one right here. Pass me that mic. There was. When you were announcing the programs at your church, those were some wonderful things that you happen to have, but I even learned today that we happen to have some young people that kind of struggle through some things. They've had deaths in their families. It's not that they have a mental problem. It's not that they're out of touch with God. They may not be in a church. You have classes that you were doing at 8 in the morning for certain things. Well, these youth, they've lost loved ones, and they may not know how to grieve. They may need help in grieving, because a lot of our youth are getting killed they shot a 9-year-old in a house with his family members. Right. And then there was a 10-year-old. And so there's some people and youth that are going through some things and they don't know how to grieve it, and their parents may not, they're grieving at the same time, and we need something for our youth. And the spirituality that you happen to have, that you have in your church, would be very important to just have a class, even if we have to do it here, for the youth, just to have something that they can share and get out. Would you be willing to open up and do something on that? Because you seem to have a very powerful gift.
Absolutely. I mean, I think anything to help our young people, to help humanity. Yeah, we're definitely going to teach people the healthy way of processing. And then also just to get to the real thing, let's be proactive. Let's not wait until something happens. So that's, my angle is, we have too many, we're reactive.
Right.
Well, let's just try being proactive. So I do think that we are for not just my church, but all churches, and not just just churches, but businesses, Exodus. We're for empowerment and helping from the young people, the babies. Yeah, that's a good thing. So now that's why we need white people with, business, so we can make that happen. We don't want to talk about it. See, here's the point. We do too much talking, and I only got a little bitty space. You hear me? Little bitty space. But I do amazing things in this little bitty space. So it's about all of us coming together. And that's one of my reasons for running as alderman. I believe that we're better together. So I do believe that we are to do integration, collaboration, and partnership, to make it all good. So it's just not the church, it's the components that make up a community, right? So that we can cause our young people to be safe. And the bottom line is this, I want to say this again, and I can't stress it enough. What we need is some proactive people, whether it's pastors, business owners, politicians, teachers, it doesn't matter. But let's become proactive. Let's don't wait on things. Basically, we know the culture. We know the community. We know the atmosphere. Anything can happen at any time. What can we do to stop that? Like, we don't have to wait until this happens to do that, right? You understand what I'm saying? To create an environment. Like, we got to start creating an environment where it's not gonna happen, right? Why? Because we put things in place. We have a different culture. We have a different atmosphere that's happening in our communities on a local level. Right now, anything can happen to anybody at any time, right? And then what we do, now we want to be reactive. All I'm saying. So hey, how about this? Why don't we put some proactive classes into churches? I think that's fine for the grieving. We can do that. And people probably, guess what? There's a lot of money surrounding a lot of that too. But now let's get some money and let's start being proactive in what's going on in our city and in our community, in our households, in individuals. Because here's the bottom line. If we can get into these, if we can do something in the households, if we can begin to get some block club leaders, if we can begin to work with the blocks, block by block, and we know we have these organizations that's called that, right? So we want to get involved, right? We want to make it work. That's the bottom line.
And that's how Exodus got started.
Yes.
Matter of fact, right here in this building, it was called Mid-Austin Steering Committee, and Exodus was a part of that. But we actually started in the church, working with the youth, and the Exodus became the movement of the children. And we had the block clubs right here in this building. All the block clubs in this portion of the Austin community used to meet, and this was Mid-Austin Steering Committee. And so we're going to try to get that back because we got that coronavirus kind of hurt us at the time. But we're going to try to get those block clubs back together over here so that we can have those voices put out, so that we can know what the community has, so that we can start networking and backing one another. Those are the things. But I still hope that we can get you out here, because there's a lot of parents that don't know what's going on in those schools, so that you could be in front of those block clubs and to sit back so that we can heal some of those wounds, because they do happen on a regular basis.
Right, and we want to stop that, right? We want to really, and that's the whole thing, is that we need that not to become normal, right? We don't need to normalize the pain.
Yeah, I'm Richard B., and I'm an activist in the community on the west side of Chicago. My thing is against alcohol use and drug abuse. And I tip my hat to you for your valid efforts, and everything that I heard. Truly, we all can agree that our kids is under attack
For sure.
by the enemy. But my mother, God bless her soul, before she died, said it takes money to buy the land. And I want to know, what's your stance in working with Willie Wilson, because Willie Wilson is the only candidate that I know clean across the United States that has an agenda on reparation. And he got a whole demonstration where he's saying that economically restitution can be filtered into all the communities that's poor and oppressed. That's poor and oppressed. That's poor and oppressed. So what is your stance if you will lead up all of them, like you said, for 27 ward?
The 29th ward.
Mm-hmm. What would your stance be about working with Willie to try to get them reparations going in these communities? Because we fight against this influx of immigrants coming all the way from Guatemala, El Salvador, and everything. And basically, they're the ones that they're allowing to open up these businesses. Because if you're going to fight for us, I don't see who you're going to be fighting for, because we don't own and operate nothing in our community.
Absolutely.
And I see now that the city that gave all these tents out, I see a lot of little orange tents all around in the community, like Douglas Park, all the different parks. And but then I see all the influx from Guatemala, El Salvador, they put them up in hotels and things. So how y'all gonna work and to change our perception? Because we kind of upset, because I'm at the bottom of the totem pole and my ears is to the street. And there's a lot of resentment from a lot of black people in the community about how they overlooking us black people.
Absolutely.
And we built America, we built Britain and France, so everybody cognitive of what we did, for us to making a civilization over here in the United States and the world abroad. So how you all going to contend with that downtown with all that racism down there too?
Well, again, so this is what I know, is that it starts with a seed, right? And I'm running for alderman to represent a seed, right? And not just in the city of Chicago, but in this world, because again, we need new. And so what I'm saying, I don't think, we got a lot of talkers, but if you can see my bio, I ain't talking a lot, I'm working. You hear what I'm saying? Because all of that I'm saying, I did free community classes, community computer classes, fitness classes, feed the people every Sunday. I can go on and on with all of that I did. At the same time, the engagement of empowering our people. Now I'm saying this to say, here's the point: we can't be sold out. The point is, help me in this place. We need some real people who they got a heart for the people. I'm talking about that can't be brought, can't be sold out. You hear what I'm saying? We need people on the front line that just like they were willing to die for their cause of old, they died for their cause. You hear me? So God's raising up people who willing to die for the cause. The thing about Willie Wilson, now my brother said when you look in his eyes, at least he got something for the people. Okay, that's good. That's good. But here's the problem. I'm looking for somebody to bring an agenda in that's going to empower us as a people. What I mean by that, gambling, hold on one second, gambling, when they tried it over in Philadelphia and all these other little surrounding cities, it never did anything for the people. They're bringing that to Chicago. It's already here. I'm seeing stuff that the marijuana, it's for the people. It ain't for the people. That stuff is putting more money in them other people's pocket, and then it's messing our kids up. They ain't using it for medicine. They're using it as an scapegoat. It ain't changing nothing, but the money's still coming to the lottery. All of that was supposed to be for making education system better. Education system ain't better. Matter of fact, they done sold the CPS out, and now you got all these charter schools tapping into that money, and CPS, they got these big schools, only about 50 people in them. So the point is, what I'm saying is, we need some real people who's going to stand up, not compromise, do what's right for the people. See, it's got to be all about the people in your community. I don't care what community you represent. do by each individual household, not just some of the household. Every household is important. Come on, somebody. You don't have to rub up shoulders with this one, shoulders with, let me say this. People lost their houses. And there was a grant called the Hardest Hit Grant. Now, people out south, they knew about it, 140-some, 200-some south. Young lady come in my beauty shop. She said, my alderman told me about this grant. Now, over in Chicago area, the Austin area, these people lost their house, didn't even know that free money was there. Somebody else had to come from outside to make that information known to people who lost their household. That ought not to be. Every grant that come in, anything that's free, any money that's coming in to help people, we need to, I don't care what we got to do, you need to make sure that they know that this is available to you. There's no reason for people to leave their house and lose their house. You understand? So my point is this, we got to elect people who really got a heart for the people. Now, I'm saying this. Now, there's another young man that's running. And I don't know, here's the point. He's talking about implementing curfew for these kids. He's talking about, there's a lot of things that, the point is where there's going to be felt in our community. We need some stuff where people care about people. Let me just say this. Even as aldermen, you know what I'm talking about doing? Young men, I want to motivate them to pull their pants up. Yeah. What kind of incentive can I give you? I want to find some money somewhere. I want to find coats. Whatever these kids need, I want to find businesses that will be willing to give it to. I'm not going to tell you to do it, but I want to say, when we see one, y'all, let's give them something. Let's start something. You hear what I'm saying? Because you can't tell people what to do, because you know the moment you tell them what to do, they're not going to do. But the point is we need some people that's going to come in our community and bring about some real changes. Yes. And that individuals can feel it, households can feel it.
Okay. Can we get a round of applause for that?
If I can share this, I'm also running as a write-in, even if you do not live in the 29th ward. You do not live in the 29th ward. You can tell your friends, your sisters, I don't care who they are. Let them know Lisa Brown Newman is running as a write-in. I've already filled out that paperwork. I can say go on. We had more than enough signatures, but the wrong information was given. But that's okay. These are the type of leaders we need. We need leaders that's willing to solve problems. No worries. We're willing to do this. So you're going to have to write Lisa Brown Newman in. If you are in the 29th ward, you got to be able to put that work in. We're going to put the work in.
Okay. I understand exactly everything you're saying. I'm working with you. See what you're saying now, you need to tell all them people downtown. They the ones that
No, I ain't going to talk. I'm going to talk to the people.
They the ones that drop the ball. So what we have to do, I'm supporting you, but I want to know where you stand with Willie Wilson. Willie Wilson got a real good mandate about reparations and about getting the communities to put these monies together to help the plight of the black people. But as I look at El Salvador, Guatemala, all these different ethnic groups coming in here, if you guys,
I'm in agreement with you.
If you guys do, keep allowing them to support them and to be slapping us in the face.
No, right. We need to go back again. You need to empower your people. Here's to you. So I think you missed what I said. This is what I said. How about making all the households entrepreneur? Come on now. Everybody can tap into the money. Not some of us. If you get up in there and teach households how to tap into this money that's available worldwide, we don't have to milk each other. You ain't got to milk your constituents. You ain't got to milk the people that's in your city, in your country, when you got the world that you can tap into. You just got to teach people how to do it. That's it and that's all. You see, there's another way, a better way, a new way, a living way.
There were some women here. Matter of fact, there was a minister and a public school teacher that retired. They spoke about the same things that you're speaking about. And they're going to have a forum, a mayoral forum, and I think it's on the 21st? January 14th. They're going to be here. What time are they going to be here? January 14th, they're going to be here at Exodus. I don't know what time they're going to be here, They're going to be here presenting the show. But they have a forum where they're going to have all the mayoral candidates together. And they're going to be speaking about what we need in our neighborhoods and in our communities, just for the black community right now. And if you're going to run for mayor, there are some things. They have the form and the list. I don't remember, they got it on the email.
So remember, running for alderman, I did run for mayor, but this election is for the 29th Ward.
I understand that. I'm informing you
Yes.
that there's also a petition against the school board trying to put all of that stuff in on our children.
Yes.
And these ladies, you need to meet them, because we're going to get behind and support you and them on that, as far as what they're doing to the children or to the youth, because I don't know all the ages, but like I said, she was a school teacher and the other one was a minister. I don't remember their names, but they're going to have the mayoral meeting. What was her name?
Vera is one retired principal, I think she was. And
the other one was Gail?
She purchased a building or something to make her own school.
Oh, okay. And I think the minister name was Gail. And they're going to have all of the mayoral candidates.
Gail Frazier.
Gail Frazier. They're going to have all of the mayoral candidates come together. They already have the form set up for them, the questions to be asked. But we need to get behind them, because there is a big need in our neighborhoods and in our community. And like you said, yes, our youth are under attack by some very evil forces. We need some spirituality to be taught. I'm not going to go into religions or anything, but there needs to be a spiritual movement that we have to do.
Absolutely.
It might be a new movement, because we need all of the spiritual groups to come together in a new movement to help
What you're saying is the foundation. There was something that we put together. It's a model where your church should be your foundation and everything else build upon it. You know, yeah, so absolutely, sir. I just said young man behind you too. He's
trying to get the money.
Hi, my name is Roger Chandler. I was just wanted to expound upon what Steve was saying about those people in the forum that they're supposed to be having. The most important part of that forum is that they're supposed to create an agenda that's going to be adhered to for every point on the agenda by the mayoral candidate who our neighborhoods are going to stand behind. And just like you said, it's for the neighborhood. If they're not 100% for the neighborhood for those mayoral candidates, then we're going to do everything we can do to keep those people from not being elected or even in the running. And you can work very well on the agenda. And even in what you're doing, you can work and
But
create that
these
agenda.
things have already been passed, whether people know it or not. It's already here. It's like, so this is, nobody got the, Pritzker has already put this stuff in place. The agenda has been set. You know, now people can opt out of it now. What you have now, there's something where people can opt out. People don't understand what they actually voted for, and that is the problem. We're voting for things, but we don't have full disclosure of all of the different laws and things that you just voted on. So just because he just came into election, that actually just has taken place. So it's in there, every 8th grader from K to 2nd and all of that. And this is with graphic pictures. It's showing you 2 women in the bed, all of this. Masturbation, all of this. It's there now. It's there.
I get that. But what you're speaking of needs to be on that agenda for these neighborhoods that are going to vote for the mayor of the city.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Yes, sir.
I'm with you. Sign me up.
Well, we are going to be looking for volunteers, those who want to volunteer, because I am running as a write-in. Obviously, that's going to be a whole nother level of work. But guess what? If you're going to change some things, it's going to take a lot of work. So guess what? That's going to be work.
question?
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Good afternoon, my dear friend.
I'm so glad you were able to finally get you out. And I would just like the audience to know that you participated or you sponsored an event here last year, I think for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. Regarding all the violence going on in the community.
It was, I think it was, it was a hot conversation about young people.
You ran the center yourself for the last, it was 2 weeks. For the event and right after.
Something wrong with your mic.
The battery's probably getting ready to go out.
Oh, it's getting ready to go. So I just wanted to thank you for that, and then we finally got you here, and people could see the good works you're doing, and what you did in Thanksgiving. Dorothy and I participated. You fed 100 people, and you clothed them with coats free, and you did that also for Christmas, so thank you for that.
Amen.
And on a lighter note, I'd like to say how you and Chosen met. When you told me you were doing the show and you had a Michael Jackson, I thought, I said, you got to get Chosen. And she was so impressed, and he did such a beautiful job. She had bought 2 trophies for them.
Chosen came to win.
Right. Chosen was so bad. He did 3 different changes. Hats, everything. He did a beautiful job, and you guys can get a copy of that. Chosen has it. I think I have it on my phone. But it was a beautiful event. I'm still talking about it. Really nice. It was a sit-down dinner free. She gave away 2 tickets to Cancun. She had other prizes. You didn't have to pay for anything. Video, books, everything. It was beautiful. I just want to say thank you again.
Oh, we love you.
Thank you so much. Can we? Yeah. I know that y'all just clapped, but can we at least just give one more round of applause, please, for Pastor Lisa and the wonderful people that asked the questions and everything else.
They wanted to get your video up where you were at the church.
Okay. I definitely gonna present that.
Put the video up where she was at the church.
So we're not gonna cut out the camera just yet because we're gonna have another presentation on the screen.
Good afternoon. We're here at Exodus Institute, 862 North Laramie, Chicago, Illinois. And we have a bunch of guests here this afternoon. They're going to come with their businesses and the different things that's going on in our neighborhoods and our community and what's happening in the world. We have all kind of Black businesses and different things that need to be recognized. They're not in the Black pages or in the yellow. They might be in the yellow pages. But you need to know what's going on in our neighborhoods and our community. And over here, we happen to have Miss Lily Jones over here to my right. And over to my left, we happen to have Denise Newsom. So we got these lovely ladies here with me. I'm surrounded. They can make a sandwich out of me today. And they're going to be here to share whatever it is that they want to share about in the world and to help us in our communities. And we're going to start with Miss Lily Jones over here. She's brought some things down here, and she's going to give us some information on what's going on. Thank you all.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lily Jones. I'm with Westside Community Service, 325 South California, Chicago, Illinois, 60612. And we have an after-school program. We serve the East Garfield Park neighborhood. We have all sorts of resources for the youth, the young adults, and families. So we provide mentoring one-on-one, technology, basic technology for the family, access to computers, and recreational activity, basketball, pool, So we are in the process of recruiting right now, but now we have a dance group called Chi-Town Elite, which consists of 27 young ladies. And we are competitive. And right now we're in the season of the competition.
All right.
Last month we were, well, October the 8th, we did the Cheer Go 2022 in Hampton, Illinois, at Hampshire School. And there were 74 groups of cheerleaders, cheer dancers, and we come in second place in both divisions.
All right, that's something to be proud of.
Four is the fourth grade and under, and unit 8 is 8th grade to the 4th. So we come in second place in both divisions. Last Saturday we were in Carpentersville. We did the T.R.I.P.S, and we did it again. We come in first place.
All right.
Unit 8 come in first place. And we just started doing cheerleading. We were doing cheer dancing, now we're doing cheerleading. We reached out to Mr. Chris Miles, Jesse White Tumbler. He come over for 2 months and train our girls how to do stunts, gymnastics, flips, cartwheels,
okay,
and everything. So it was our first go around for cheerleading. And there was like over 3,000 people. We had 2 sections. Morning started at 9 until 1:30. Then the evening started at 3 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
And out of the 74 groups, we did come in first place. So we want to bid to the state competition.
And where is that at?
Okay, our next competition will be November the 5th, which will be Saturday at Peoria Civic Center from 7 o'clock. That's check-in time for the girls so they can warm up, stretch. But it starts at 9 o'clock, 9 until I believe 6:30. Then our next competition will be at the NC Midway Regional in Indianapolis. And then after that, December the 1st, if we make it we win a bid to the nationals, which you have to score so many points each division. We will be going on to the Silver Spur in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, wow. So that's going to be for the whole United States.
That'd be national, yes.
Oh, we got to cheer our babies on. These young girls, they are doing something. This is the first year and you all have been successful already?
Yes.
Well,
Yes, the second year. This is the second year. This is the first year for cheerleading. We did cheer dancing. You know, we'll dance to the music, perform for the audience. Now it's cheerleading, where we actually do flips and gymnastics, which CPS did take gymnastics out of the public schools. So therefore we are doing it in a gym room.
Well, myself, I am personally proud of what you have done with those young ladies and what they're doing and what they're accomplishing. And like I said, these are our youth in our community. Give that address again. Can they come to your practice and help cheer them on and maybe go get tickets to go to some of the competitions?
Yes, they're
Give
welcome.
that address again so that
The address is 325 South California. That's Westside Community Services on California and Gladys.
And what day?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and on Thursday we're at Morton School I believe it's Franklin and Sacramento,
Is there a
from
time?
5 until 8 o'clock.
Well, that is something wonderful that you have done. Now, you have other programs over there
Yes,
too,
we
and,
also have violence prevention, which is, we collaborated with Peace Run for violence prevention, anti-violence. We have a grove of 6 trees in the back of our conference where it's an open platform. Everyone could attend, to pray, to meditate, and cook out, just come together and socialize in a peaceful manner. And we also will be having workshops there
about peace.
Yes,
Okay, will you be having meditation there or?
yes, meditation.
Oh, that sounds great, because you could find peace with meditation and different things. Can you name those, some of those trees, peace trees that you happen to have back there? Are they named by some famous
Yes,
people or something?
we have the founder, Reverend Upshar, Reverend George Henderson, West Side Community Service, Bernice Handy.
Well, it might be hard, but you all can go back there and look for yourself. It's in the back. It's a grove of trees in the back of the facility. And what they're doing over there, it seems to be a wonderful thing. And they have the West Side Ministers Conference there, and I think they meet every Saturday there at 11.
Yes, from 10:30 until 1:30. And we also are bringing in a anti-violence workshop, which is Happiness Is. It's a common sense booklet for youth, and Mr. Kevin is going to come and start doing workshops for us and the youth.
And what days will that?
Well, I haven't really set that up because we're going through a transition for vice presidents. We changed presidents and now we're trying to get everything in order. Okay. So right now, I'm just focusing on the homework help, which we have for teachers that comes out every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for homework help. They're on site, and I'm really focusing on that year.
Parents, you've heard it right here. There's workshops there. They're doing homework to assist and help the youth. They got computer classes for not just for the youth, but they're for the seniors also.
Yes, it's for the seniors. It's for the community to come in and have access to. They want to do resume. We have resume writing, computer literacy also. We have a consultant that come in and do financial literacy, how to, save your money, put your money here, or just help you along with your budget and give you resources where you can get different.
Is that 5 days a week or?
No, it's the same. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 10 a.m. until 2. But I have not set it up yet.
Okay.
It was set
but
up,
it's
but
coming.
it's not now. It's coming.
And once we get that confirmed date and time and everything, we will be getting that back to our audience. I'm so glad and proud of what you are doing and what you all are doing over there, and especially those youth. We got to get some of them in here so that they can tell and maybe give us a demonstration of some of that stuff that they're doing. Or maybe we could go out and see what they're doing in our neighborhoods and communities. I'm going to come over here to my left, and she's been sitting here just as patient and waiting for this wonderful opportunity. And you can just grab that mic, give your name and the business that you happen to come from and what you do.
Hi, my name is Denise Newsom. I'm the owner of Big Girls Barbecue, which I have right here in my hand, my big poster.
Wait a minute. Say that name of that barbecue.
Big Girls Barbecue.
Big Girls Barbecue. I'm gonna hold this sign for her so that we can see this. And you go on and tell about Big Girl
Yeah.
Barbecue.
Well, we're originally from the west side. We started in Stepping in the Park in Garfield. Then we moved over to North Lawndale. Then we moved over to Inglewood. Now then we moved over now. We in the Austin area. So we're a big, large catering company. We offer for catering for small events, for large events, and companies, outdoor picnics, corporations. You name it, we cater small to large. Our most famous is our famous chicken chips. They are good and tender. You will not be disappointed. It's like the sign says, just real good food. We cater from southern uh, to everything, to like fried chicken. We don't just do barbecue. We do grill, smoke. We do it all. We do jerk as well. I'm almost about to turn, we do Mexican dishes. I can't do Chinese. But we do offer other dishes besides barbecue. And let's see what else about this company. Oh, we've been in business for over 5 years. We have a large to small staff.
Can you give us, you name 3 locations that you're at?
No, we have
An email or a phone number that
we have a trailer that we are mobile. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
We are mobile, that we're around these areas. On Thursdays we's in Inglewood. Now hopefully we'll be here on Wednesdays in the Austin area, and we do a lot of catering events for North Lawndale. But you can find us at Big Girls Barbecue on Instagram, on Facebook. We have a web page that's Big Girls Barbecue Catering is our web page, and our phone number is 773-619-6142. You can reach us at that as well.
Say that number one more time and slow it up a little bit.
Okay.
I couldn't write that.
Once again, you can reach us at Big Girls Barbecue Catering is our web page. Our phone number is 773-619-6142. And my name is Denise, the owner and founder of Big Girls Barbecue. It's a family business, Black owned, all women. We do hire help outside the family, but mostly is funded, is ran by family.
You know, some of us, we might not eat that pork, whatever. Do you have some turkey or?
I have my famous,
or something?
my famous chicken chips, and I'm about to get into more of the plant-based food, because I know it's other food that people like besides being vegan. People are into plant-based food. I try to please everyone, so we are looking to our own plant-based, because I mostly make all my dishes fresh from scratch. Everything is mostly homemade and grown, and in the community, from the gardeners that they have in the neighborhood, that I support them as well.
Can you tell us what are some of the signs? Because, you know, some of us
Well,
like
you know,
collard greens, turnips, and
yes,
mustard.
the finger foods, man. The homemade, like I say, everything's homemade. I make grandma's
Oh, right, that's what I'm talking about.
and I made them you ain't so good you don't even think about cornbread, but I do make that hot water cornbread.
So you just don't throw the fork to the side,
Yeah,
go and dig on in.
Yeah.
All right now.
So when I say Southern style, I mean Southern style.
Yeah.
What my mom used to do for sweet potato pie. My mom passed away last year, so I'm trying to critique her recipe, because she showed me, thank God, she showed me how to make up sweet potato pies. We do sweet potato pies, sweet potato pie, peach cobbler, bread pudding, homemade, stump your foot, pound cake. Hurt that toe, pound cake. No, I couldn't bring everything, but I tried to bring most of my famous stuff we sell here, so everyone can get a taste of everything.
So if I called in and I got a funny little order and everything.
Okay.
It was my brother-in-law's birthday, the other day, and he like coconut cake. And if I order some things, would he be able to get a coconut cake with that order?
He sure can. We do special orders as well. So if someone wants something special, we gonna find out. If we can't do it, we gonna get you the one that can do it. It's gonna be right. But most of all, it's nothing so far I haven't been able to make.
This is big girl barbecue.
Do you guys do Cajun or you jerk chicken?
We do jerk chicken.
I'm really afraid of trying to come on here, but I've been telling people it came from Africa.
Like I said, we even do Mexican corn. We ain't playing.
All right now, see, big girls know how to cook. I'm gonna tell you, because if y'all can sit up there with them little pretty girls and everything, you know how you used to go out, and there was one of them girls that sat up there and said she know how to cut up a chicken, and she had everybody on her because she know how to cook. So we are so glad that you are over here with this truck, and once again, give that number how we could get in contact with you and find that truck, so that we can get some of that, and give the dates that you're in Inglewood and the west side again.
Okay. On Thursdays, we are in Inglewood on 63rd and Halstead. We've been working over there for the last 4 years. And now we're gonna be on Saturdays, we're gonna be on North Avenue, right in front of Menards on North Avenue Street, North Avenue and Cicero. Hopefully we'll be able to come back here on Wednesdays, right here on Laramie and Chicago Avenue. And once again, you can find us at Big Girl, that's Big Girl with a U.
All right, girl.
Sky Catering. And then you can, our phone number is 773-619-6142. And
Well,
again, that's 773.
There you go.
619-6142. And if you just go on Google and put Big Girl in there,
Big Girl,
it's gonna come up.
thank you now. And this is Miss Denise, and we're so glad that you come. And that's food smelling good back there. You know, I'm telling you, I might have to take my dashiki off and go back there and grab some of this food y'all got back there. Y'all forgive me. But we're grateful for you all, and hopefully your business can succeed, and you're always welcome here any day that you want to come. We happen to have a Halloween thing coming up for the kids, and you're gonna be right around the corner at that time. You might roll the truck over here if it ain't doing too good over there, and come over here and feed some of these people. And we want to thank you. So, Wanda, we getting ready to roll out there. So we're gonna thank you all. Come on down. We're here at 816 North Laramie. And we're at 816 North Laramie, and we'll be right back. All right, give us a count.
5, 4, 3.
Hey, we're back from that little break that we just taken, and I happen to have another guest here, and this is Mr. Don Jackson, and he has a youth talent contest coming up, and he's been over here several times here with us over at Exodus, and this seems to be something wonderful. Our youth need to have different talent things and to bring out their talent to expose, because we do have some very talented youth. So go ahead, Mr. Jackson, and give us what you happen to have and what you're bringing here for us today.
Greetings. My name is Dr. Don Jackson, and I want to sponsor. We're trying to sponsor a talent show, but it's a little bit more of a talent show, just featuring children. It's part of an anti-violence program.
Okay.
As I said earlier, my name is Dr. Don Jackson, and I'm the president and co-founder of the Community Peace Program, which is a not-for-profit 501c3 program that's sponsoring again the Inglewood Baptist Style fundraiser. This features children from 5 to 13. The purpose for the fundraiser is to take money that's raised from this, place it in a fund, and anyone that's murdered in the Inglewood community, whether it's gang violence, police violence, domestic violence, just children in general being murdered, there'd be automatic reward for the apprehension, conviction of said individuals. This is not something that I decided to do at the last moment or the heat of anger.
Something on your heart? This was something on your heart?
This is something that is in my heart. And it started really almost 60 years ago when I was in fourth grade and I was in a barber shop and I was getting my hair cut. I was sitting in the chair and it was this guy. He got upset because this other guy was cursing. And like he was saying, this a lady right here, stop cursing. You know, and the guy kept cursing. So the dude took out a razor blade, slit his throat, took him, dragged him outside, threw him against the wall, came back in and sat back down. Yeah, after I got mine and like the barber.
You made sure you got your hair cut first?
Well, the barber actually ended up cutting all my hair off. You know, because he was nervous.
I guess he was.
And the thing stuck in my head was that no one did anything. No one said anything. The police never came. I went home. I didn't say anything about it to my dad. Didn't say anything to school. But it was something, you know, that it stayed in my mind because no one did anything. And as I grew up, you know, it was just this violence in the African American community that continued to take place. And I always wanted to do something about it because of that incident. You know, so it was this thing I'd had in my mind for years. You know, I told my mother as soon as I graduated, I didn't happen until 3 years ago. I'm 73 now. That I will try to, you know, make a difference to try to stop the homicides in the African American community. You know, and I thought about. You know, and I just said, why not have a system that's already an African American community, Inglewood community, and anyone that's murdered, there'd be automatic reward for the apprehension and conviction. I thought about whether or not would this really work, you know, and what really convinced me one day was, I'm quite sure all you all know who T.R.I.P. is.
Yes.
I'll refresh your memory a little bit. Barack Obama was, you know, placed in office. It was a big parade.
He was inaugurated and she was there performing.
Yeah, she was there performing in the President Obama's inauguration. She came back here, was standing at a bus stop. Someone came by and they shot her accidentally, but she was the victim of this. And one of the things that came out of it, because the incident went viral because she had just come back from President Obama's inauguration, it went viral. And they was able to raise $49,000 in the span of a few days. Okay. And because they raised this money, the police superintendent, I forget his name at the time, but he said over national TV that it was calls coming in from a tsunami of calls. That was his exact words. It was a tsunami of calls that came in. And he said it was even coming in from known gang members. You know, and it made me, you know, think about how a lot of times people put up $5,000 and try to raise $5,000 after someone been killed. And I was just thinking, we could mobilize the community and come together, put up a reward, have a cachet of money in the bank already, like $500,000. And anyone that murders someone in the Inglewood community, whether, like I said, through gang violence, police violence, domestic violence, or just children in general being murdered, there'd be automatic reward of $49,000. I used $49,000 because that's what was raised for Cordelia Pendleton. So it's a concept. We want to do the talent show during the Kwanzaa festivities, December 26th to January 1st.
I notice you happen to have, if we can take a shot of the poster over there, you got it on the wall. And there's $1,000 that you're gonna give to the first place.
Yeah, first place prize for the children is $1,000. We really want to expand on that, but we're just trying to start off with $1,000.
Is there anything for the second and third place? Or is it just one?
Right now, it's just them.
Just first place
Yes.
only?
Yeah.
So that's not to discourage you all from just coming. I mean, you know, it's only one person that's gonna win that big thing. But you need to come out and show your talents anyway. Give it an address because I can't see the address over there. All I know is it's in English.
The way you can contact me is through my email. I always ask that first because Community Peace Program is an easy word to remember. Community Peace Program at gmail.com. I'll say it again, Community Peace Program at Gmail, contact Community Peacemail at gmail.com. And then you can contact me. I can also be reached at 773-317-9549. That's 317-9549.
You all come out and support these youth out here and to support this program. You know, we need some prevention in our neighborhoods, in our community, because we're losing too many. It's just constantly going on and on. So we got some seniors that's trying to do some things to help the youth, and we have to come together, like he says. They're putting up money to go and find those that do it, that I say, let's come together and prevent the killing altogether. Let's come together for peace and love and harmony and unity in our community. Let's recognize the love that we can share. We all happen to have loved ones that we care about. Let's do it as a whole nation of loved ones loving one another and spreading this peace and harmony throughout our communities. And I want to thank you for coming out today. Is there anything else that you would like to say?
As far as talent with the kids, it could be a number of things. You could be dancing, you could be rapping, it could be if you know how to train dogs, you can put on a good show. You know, it's just kids coming out showing their talent.
And we want to thank you, Mr. Jackson, Dr. Jackson. There's a Halloween party going on here. I don't have the exact time. I think it's at 10 o'clock. They're going to start here. Is that right, Sandra? Is it 10 to registration, 10 to 11? And I guess they're going to have some performances and they're going to have a haunted house and some more things going down, but games and prizes. And we happen to have somebody donated, Pastor Lisa Newman. She was supposed to be here on the show today. And she's the one that's donating so much candy to this Halloween event. It's going to be Saturday, November 29th, right here at Exodus, 816 North Laramie. Come on out, bring your youth on out, come out, have a nice, scary, good time. And you ain't got to go and search the candy afterwards and look for the razor blades and the pins and all that stuff that they be putting in the candy, because Sandra's going to make sure that all of that is safe for our children. And we want to thank you all for paying attention. And we're going to bring our next guest on right after these messages from the back. Big Girls Cook.